In today's video, I'll be discussing everything that you need to know about the brand new UFO events occurring in the following days, as well as how they will work and the rewards that you can get for participating during this UFO invasion. Before we get started, let's discuss the spawnings for these UFOs. An image provided on GTA forums by the user named Omega, yes, the man himself, coming in clutch with the UFO information. First, let's go over the expected spawn for these UFOs. So in this calendar image right here, we can see the date starting from Thursday the 13th and ending on October the 31st on a Monday. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of numbers and symbols, which probably doesn't make all that much sense. Well, allow me to explain a little further. If we look at day 1, for example, with the number 1 letter, that was on Thursday the 13th of October, the beginning of these UFO events, and I guess also the beginning of the Halloween event. That number 1 represents the UFO number 1, and if we head to the map image here, also provided by Omega, we can see which location on the map corresponds with that number UFO. So like I said, for number 1, that would be right here at Palito Bay. So that's all fairly straightforward. Well, now let's talk about what these symbols mean. We have an hourglass, a star, and a man. First, let's talk about the hourglass. If any of the numbers have an hourglass on them, then that means those UFOs will not show up ever again. For example, number 1, which doesn't have an hourglass on it, appears again on October 25th, along with number 2 and number 3. So any UFOs with hourglasses, make sure to take a photograph of and send to Omega, or you won't get that chance again. Today on the 19th, if you are seeing this video today, it is important that you photograph today's UFO, which is number 7, because you won't see that UFO again. I will explain why you should photograph them later in the video. Now let's talk about the man symbol. What does this mean? Well, the man symbol only appears on 4 days, and those 4 days are the last 4 days, which are the 28th, 29th, 30th and 31st. What do each of these days have in common? They each have 5 UFOs. The 28th will spawn UFOs 13 to 17 and so on for the following. So the man icon means that you can be abducted by these UFOs only when there is 5, which is on those last 4 days. Okay, now allow me to discuss the rewards that you received for this UFO event. First of all, if you photograph all 26 UFOs and send them to Omega, you will receive a special bonus of $100,000 and the UFO themed caps, which is why you cannot miss any of the UFOs, especially the hourglass ones, because once they're gone, that means you cannot unlock these rewards. Okay, now let me explain what happens when you get abducted by UFO, which like I mentioned will only happen from the 28th to the 31st. Well, getting abducted will give you the UFO themed boxer shorts, which is a really cool item and you don't want to miss out on that, so make sure to go to those spawns on the final 4 days if you can. Now you may have noticed I didn't mention what the star icon meant on the 21st of October, which is on a Friday. Well, this is where things get a little different. The number 8th UFO on October 21st will spawn a special type of UFO, which is the stealth UFO, that will spawn above Zancudo. If you photograph this specific UFO, you will earn an extra $50,000. Now for what reason this UFO is here, we will never know, but we shall find out in the next few days. Anyway guys, that was everything that you needed to know about these UFO events. If this video was helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, as well as subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.